Hey guys, it's Jermaine here. I wanted to make a video about five skills that I think will help pretty much anyone, but uh, mainly new notaries. I'm been a notary. Well, I started this year, and I want to just give you guys a couple skills that help me get started, and skills that I needed to kind of work on uh, to be where I'm at right now. Okay, so I have a little presentation for you and we'll get started. Okay, so like I said, the five must-have skills for new notaries. This can kind of work for any service-based business, or they're pretty general, but for notaries, you definitely need these. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first one is money management. Uh, Pretty much, if you're going to start any business, you need this. But like I said, for notaries, I believe this is definitely something you need here. So, ways you can do that is one, just track your business income and your expenses. Reinvest back into your business, and learn the cost of your business. So, learning the cost is probably the biggest thing. If you're going to become a loan signing agent, this is where this really counts here. Sorry, it's pretty hot here, so I'm kind of sweaty. So learning the cost of your business would be understanding how much it costs per page print, how much it costs per mile you drive, how much it costs pretty much for you to do anything, do your job, how much ink you're going to need to resupply your stamp, learning things like that. And I'm assuming if you're doing any business, you have something that you're doing right now to pretty much keep you alive. So you may have a 9 to 5, you may be doing another job on the side. And you need to be able to. At first, you're not going to make too much money, so you need to be able to live off the income you have, and also set aside money using that income you have to grow your current business. So once you start as a notary, you're going to want a website, business cards, flyers, marketing, stuff like that. So you need to be able to take the money from what you have, also pay all your living expenses, and grow your business in a time where you may not be making too much money. And even when you start to make money, you want to see how much I need to reinvest back into my business and make sure what I'm reinvesting is going to grow my business. And so that all starts with knowing how much you're spending and know how much you're coming in. I do a budget. Every month, I have a budget sheet that goes for the whole year. And some of my previous videos, you may have seen it, but it's a budget sheet, and um, it has my monthly income, my monthly expenses, and at the end of the year, it tracks how much I made, how much I need for taxes. That's going to be another thing. You definitely don't want to spend all your money as soon as you get it. Once you start earning money, because we have to pay taxes if you're going to do business. Okay, so that's all I have to say about the money side of it. This is something that you'll pick up and you'll kind of learn along the way, but you definitely want to at least budget. You need to know what's coming in and know what's going out. So, at the very least, budget and understand where your money's going. All right. Next is time management. So, for time management, I know guys may be saying, well, now I have to go to the appointment. Oh, sorry, hold on. I know I have to go to the appointment, show up on time, and that's pretty much like my basis as a notary. But but like I said from before, you're probably doing something else on the side. So you need to be able to manage your life while also managing your notary time and managing pretty much anything else you're doing here. So, treat your time like treat your time like a limited business resource. Okay, so when you're planning out your time, you want to understand that you only have 24 hours in a day, and you want to use your time as best as you can. Okay, also set dedicated hours for notary work and marketing. When you start your once you start once you become a notary, your your job will not be stamping when you start. It's going to be marketing. Okay, so if you need to learn how to market, uh, how SEO works, how to make business cards, how to make flyers, you need to set aside that time. You have to set aside the time for like the boring stuff, and I, and marketing never stops. So, like for Google My Business, to have your Google My Business rank, you need to post uh, a couple of times a week. You have to keep it active. You have to update it with pictures. You want to update your FAQ, or you want to post questions on the FAQ, and all of that takes time. And that's just one thing that you're doing. So for your website, you want to make content to rank it with SEO. You want to post on your socials. You want to make your marketing content. All of that. So you need to be able to pretty much live your life, but um, have time for your notary work. Okay, and once you start doing your notary work, you want to track how long it takes you to do things. Okay, so you can charge for your time once you're out there doing general notary work, and you just want to see how fast you do things or how fast things go, so you can understand how many appointments you can do a week. Okay, so sometimes like if a big thing with notary is that there's so many different ways to make money, and so many things you can do as a notary to make money, and you will want to kind of diversify what you do. So right now, like I do field inspections, I do general notary work, and I'm going to become a loan signing agent. Uh, this month, I hope I'm still doing the training, and I just got ordained so I can do wedding. I can officiate weddings. Okay, so with the wedding thing, I have to make the. I haven't made the flyers yet, so I have to make the flyers, hand out the flyers, still do my loan signing training, uh, keep doing my general notary work marketing, go out and do field inspections, do Uber from time to time, and all of that takes time management. If I don't have, so one thing, I wasn't making time to do my training because I want to make money, but I have to do the training to be in a position to make more money. So I had to stop myself and say, hey, I have to go through this training. I have to set at least 30 minutes or an hour a day for this training because there's always something to do, especially if you're trying to do your own business. You're always working or just trying to make money in some way to compensate for the fact that you're doing this all by yourself. Right. So next is customer service, and this is a pretty big one. Before I went to notary and Uber and field inspections. I was an IT help desk technician for 10 years. And customer service was pretty much the second, it was more important than tech skills to my company. Because a big thing is that people are paying to be unburdened uh, when they're coming in for services. Okay, so for notaries, I know we just take your papers and stamp, but they're kind of coming to us to solve a problem, right? Either they don't want to travel, they need a professional to help them get this notarized, and they want to be unburdened. They want to come in with their papers, get it notarized, and know it's right? So like if you go to like a fast food restaurant, you're not necessarily going because the food is that good. You're going because you want your time to be unburdened, right? You don't want to cook. You want food as soon as possible. You're hungry now. You want it now. So the big thing about fast food restaurants is they're unburdening you. They're unburdening your time. So you want to unburden people and be a problem solver when you're working for yourself. Okay. And another thing I know, so uh, I've done some more general notary work this month. I'll I'll talk about that uh, when I do my how much I made this month when I do my income report. Uh, Most of the general notary work I've done, people didn't come to me with like a happy story, right? I had one guy that got his car stolen and he needed a power of attorney from his insurance company, and it was a jurat. I had to kind of have him swear that his car was stolen and everything on the document is true. The next two were about wills. So people are thinking about their own death, and if you go through wills, their paperwork, the information in the wills is pretty morbid. They ask like, "Oh, if you die, can we like chop up your body and use your limbs and organs for research?" What like that's kind of standard, but like when you're the person hearing that and you're thinking about your own death, it can kind of be like jarring. So when they come to you with kind of like something that's like sad and they're thinking about that thing more than they're thinking about helping you complete your notarization, having good customer service skills is the difference between them coming back to you because you made them feel good, you made them feel like you were listening to them, you made them feel like, okay, I have someone here helping me. Because working for yourself, big, we're kind of, how can I say it? A disadvantage of working for yourself is that it's only you. So with a big company, if you call a company and say, hey, I need help, and you get someone that's there not really helping you and not really caring and they're pissing you off, you can say, I want to speak to a manager, or I'll just call back and get someone else, right? You don't have to deal with that person. But it being just us, if you're pissing people off, that that's a customer, right? That's a money loss. And they say that people are more likely to tell people about negative impacts or negative stories versus good ones. So if they're like, this notary guy, he's just an asshole. I don't like him. This guy wasn't helping me. I was asking questions, he couldn't answer them. They're more likely to complain about that than something good. So customer service is huge for just being solo, especially for notaries. So I would say customer service. I would practice on being able to speak to someone while also um, keeping the word flowing, right? So it's like kind of like small talk, where you're listening, you're talking to them, but you're still doing work, and you still seem attentive, and you kind of cut. You don't like interrupt them, but you cut in when there's time. So if they're like, when I did the insurance policy thing, and the guy got his car sold, he couldn't stop talking about his car being sold, which is understandable. But I wasn't like, oh hey, we need to get through this, so shut up, right? You want to kind of have like a conversational flow, and like, I understand, and oh man, that sucks. Oh, I noticed the paper said something about we need to verify. So do you have your ID so I can help you here? And you go in a flow where so they don't feel like people want to be heard, even though they know they didn't call you to be a therapist. People want to talk. So being professional and polite and knowing how to flow in conversations is pretty important for customer service. And also, you want to speak with confidence, right? Again, like speaking about food, like have you go into a restaurant and you tell someone your order and they're like, did you say you want pickles, or wait, what did you want? And the first thing that goes through your head is, my order's not coming back right. It's my order's going to be messed up, right? So speaking with confidence, even when you're not sure, can build trust. They'll like, okay, at least he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and I don't have the knowledge to counter that, so I'm just going to trust him. Being able to say, oh yeah, I've seen this before, and oh, uh, so what I like to do for the confidence thing is, if someone asks me a question, I'll answer it, but also answer the next step, right? So if they're like, so with the car insurance thing, the guy asks, oh hey, I once we get this notarized, or I don't know what did he say. He was asking me about it was something about the notarization. What did he ask me? I can't remember what he asked, but pretty much the answer was, uh, I'll notarize it here. Then from here, we want to send it back to your insurance company, and their information is here. Just get an envelope, and pretty much he would just ask me about the notarization, but I answered what I had to do for the notarization and then what he had to do next. So it was, again, trying to unburden him so he doesn't have to think about what happens next. And me seeming like, okay, I know what happens next. I know where we go from here. So it was being showing confidence through, I guess, information, or just be demonstrating I know what we're doing here. Next is tech skills. This is pretty self-explanatory, but if you're trying to be a notary, you have to have tech. You have to kind of brush up on tech skills. So, like if you try to be a notary and you have no idea how to use your computer, your phone, you don't know what a PDF is, uh, you can barely use Google, you need to brush up on that. One, if you want to make more money uh, with being a notary, you're most likely going to go into loan. You're probably going to be a loan signing agent. Being a loan signing agent, you have to scan documents, you have to print documents, you have to scan it and send it back to the company you're working for. Sometimes they'll ask you to scan one back, and if you're out, you can technically do that from your phone. So you need to know how to do things like that. And if you're working with someone and say they're trying to, let's see, say you're working with someone and they need to print out a document, or they need to show you a document, but they have it on their phone and they don't know how to get to it. You should know how to get to it. Like you should know how to go into your phone, get a document, and have that sent to you. Because a lot of people, even though we're in like the age of information, a lot of people don't know how to use their devices. Like with the guy that I did the car insurance thing for, um, he had a power of attorney, and we had to make sure he didn't need witnesses. So, like, we're right here, and he didn't know where to go. So I had to look at the document, see who the insurance company was for, or who the insurance company was that he was sending this to, and then Google their information, find their customer service line, call their customer service, and then get transferred. And we had to find out. I had to find out the information, right? So I had to again unburden him from having to get this information to keep everything moving smoothly. Okay, so with anything that goes wrong, you should at least have a understanding or maybe an idea of a workaround or something in place. Uh, oh, so number three should say your smartphone is your business center. Uh, Again, with loan signing agent and just how we work, your smartphone will pretty much be your business center. It will be your computer. Since we're mobile most of the time, your communication is going to go through your phone. Your emails are going to go through your phone. Loan signing agent, the signing centers that you work for, they communicate through text and email. So you're going to have to be able to text and email back quickly. If you're going to be, if you're going to do field inspections, all of the field inspections that I have used or worked for, they all have apps. So if you don't like going through your phone or going through apps, that needs to change. Because a lot of these companies have apps, and you're going to have to be able to go through these apps, navigate them quickly, uh, use applications on your phone to help you with certain things. Right? Like I use the Google Suite for pretty much everything. I'm using it now to make the slides. I use Google Sheets to make my budget sheet. I use Google Calendar to send me notifications on my phone for my calendars events. So we live in a world that's pretty much all tech, and you have to brush up on your tech skills, especially as a notary. A lot of things you're going to do is going to be through your smartphone. So if you're a like old school type person, like call me, or I want to sit at a computer and do stuff, no, get fix that. You have to fix it because you're going to be going through your phone a lot. Okay, so the next thing is being self motivated. So as we know, no reason no one tells us when to work until we get like a client that needs us to meet somewhere. But no one's going to tell you, okay, you have to market, you have to update your website, you have to update your Google My Business, you need to do an Instagram post, you need to learn Canva, you need to make your marketing materials, right? No one's going to tell you that. So you have to be motivated, especially so with notaries, no one needs us until they do, right? As a notary, you can't just really go up to someone on the street like, oh hey, I'm a notary. You need notary services? 90 most people are going to say, what's a notary? Or I don't need no, they're not going to you can't really convince someone that they need a notary. Well, maybe you can say, hey, do you have a will? Will's important and all that, but most of the time, people aren't going to really need you until they go looking for you. So that means you need to market, market, market. That's the biggest thing that I've run into, that I was marketing, and now I feel like I need to market 10,000 times more than what I'm doing now. I bought fingerprinting kits so I can do fingerprinting, and I need to make flyers for that so I can pass it out to gun shops and people who need it. And then I'm going to make my wedding officiant marketing and go put that out on job boards. Most of my clients that I've gotten said they found me through Google, which I'm kind of surprised that they found me through Google. My Google My Business, because I thought that would take more time, but most of my clients found me through there. One guy actually found me on a work board. I made a flyer, and I went to this in Philly. We have this place called Wawa. It's kind of like a gas station deli type of place, and people love it. So every Wawa has a job board or a community board. So I made a flyer for my notary stuff, and one guy said he found it there. So you just gotta hustle, especially with marketing. So if you're going to become a notary, please marketing. And if you think you're marketing a lot, multiply it by like a hundred. It's marketing is so much, and you have to stay focused on creating this content, and you have to pretty much get up, know you're going to do it, set aside a time, and you just gotta hustle. There's nothing really else to say. So the last one, stay focused on long-term goals. That's another big thing with marketing as well, because most of your marketing is not going to work like that. Like you're not going to hand out a, you're not going to put up flyers. Well, I shouldn't say not, but putting up flyers most likely doesn't give you like straight turnaround. You most likely won't get a call the next day. You could, but you most likely will not. Updating your website, updating your Google My Business, that's all SEO based, and SEO takes time. So if you've been updating your Google My Business weekly, you're not getting calls, or you've been updating your website and you're not getting calls, you have to keep going. You can't do this for 2 months and say where's the calls at. You have to keep going. So long-term focus is going to be pretty important. Another thing is, so keep learning even when business is slow. That's I would say that's kind of a notary. That's more like how notary flows, right? Notary, you being a notary, you may not get business like day after day after day doing the same thing. So general notary work, I may not get people that need help with like a will or something every day. So that's why I learned how to do field inspections, and I'm going to learn how to do wedding officiants. I'm going to learn how to do apostles and stuff like that. So once you really get into notary, you're going to start spreading yourself out and learning different things. And there's still so much that I can learn that I just haven't gotten into yet. I just don't want to stretch myself out too far, and I don't want to keep, because you have to market every new skill you learn. And it's getting to the point where I'm starting to fall behind on marketing some things because I have a lot to do. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Just stay focused, plan long term, think long term, keep pushing and what you're doing, and um, make sure you keep yourself motivated. Use apps to track your time, get a routine, anything you need to do to make sure even when it feels like it's not working, you keep working. All right, so that's it, guys. That's my take for the 5 must-have skills you need. All right, so let me know which one you think you need to work on the most. For me, is definitely, I would say, time management. Because even with this like YouTube videos, I had to make time to do this. Had to like say, hold on, okay, we have to do this YouTube video because it's easy to get to focus on other things. So for me, I would say time management. Okay, so let me know in the comments which one you need to work on the most. Picture here. We can kind of talk about it. So if you did like this video, send me a like, subscribe. I'm going to do content that's branching out of Notary a bit more. Since I'm doing field inspections, wedding efficient, and the skills I'm using, it's kind of general for like online businesses. So I want to help people kind of just get started. Um, and just get out there. It's once I've started Notary and started learning things, I started to see it is possible. You just have to kind of go through the muck. Like with every business, any type of entrepreneur stuff, you have to, you just have to keep on, keep going. And I wish I would have started this earlier. So I wanted to just make a channel, show what I'm going through, and show people if I can do it, that you can do it. So, like I said, if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and help me make more videos and see if this is something I can do long term. All right, thanks, guys.